Rubrics can be a very useful tool when teaching and learning in online course environments. When your rubrics, or grading forms as they're called in WebCT, are converted into D2L, there's a few things that you'll need to be aware of to get them ready for use within the D2L environment. Now, your rubrics or grading forms are actually converted into the rubrics area within D2L. And you'll notice here they'll be listed, but there's a couple things that you'll need to do to get these ready for use in D2L. The first thing is you'll want to select the drop-down area and choose Edit Properties for the discussion for this particular discussion board rubric. Now, in this case, it's come over and it set the status as draft. I actually want to change that and move it to publish. This allows it to be actively used within the course. The other thing that you'll want to be aware of is that this has associations with both the competencies and the e-learning portfolio. This will also allow the rubric to be used throughout the entire course. I'm going to go ahead and select Save. You'll also want to ensure that the levels and criteria that are associated with the rubric are accurate and that they represent the levels that you want to. If indeed you need to make any sort of adjustments or modifications to this, you can do so by selecting the drop-down menu option and then Edit Criteria. And here you can have a whole host of options that you have to edit those rubrics in there. So once you've ensured that your rubrics are in the state that you want them in to be used in the course, now you want to ensure that they're actually connected with the discussions or graded items that indeed you want to use them with. So in this case, I'm going to go into the discussions area. I'm going to find one of the discussion options to make sure this rubric is attached to. So I'm going to select the Module 3 Stakeholder Approach option and then choose the Edit Properties for that particular discussion. Now on this page you'll notice that this has the various properties related to the discussion, but in order to make it a graded option, I want to go into the Assessment tab. Now here you'll notice that there is a score possible, but if I wanted to actually add a rubric to this particular discussion, I can do so by selecting the Add Rubric. And now you'll notice that the two rubrics that I have published and that are associated with the competencies and e-portfolios are available from a list that I can choose. So I'm going to select the checkbox there and then choose the Add Selected option. Once I've done that, I'm going to select Save. And now if I go back to the list of discussions, I can see my particular item there, and when students would respond to this, they would have the option of being assessed using the rubric. So people's responses would include on this particular area, and then you'd have the option to actually assess their score using the rubric that we created and attached to that particular discussion item.